Wage negotiations between Transnet and unions have reached a deadlock. The South African Transport and Allied Workers Union and the United National Transport Union are demanding between 12 and 13.5% increase, while Transnet is only offering 1.5%. For more now, we're joined by Satawu spokesperson Amanda Tshemese, who joins us virtually from Ekurhuleni. Amanda, thank you so much for your time this evening. Tough talks Wednesday and Thursday, and now we're going to the bargaining council. Your response to the latest developments or the lack of developments over the last couple of days of talks?
A very good evening to you two and to your viewers at home. And yeah, we've been having these negotiations with Transnet. We started the negotiations in May, and in our first round, we then tabled our demand, which is an increase of 13.5%. And then the employer then said they offer us nothing. They just said they do not have money and therefore they cannot meet our demands. And then for another round, which is now, we came back for a second round. It was the same thing. They still said that they offer us 0%. We then decided to take the matter to the bargaining council for conciliation. And through the process, the employer then offered us 1.5%. And as a union, we then felt very disrespected and undermined, because we had then moved from our initial demand of 13.5% to 12%, and still they could not meet our demands. And as Satawu, would like to emphasize that we are not prioritizing to go on a strike. However, the employer is now leaving us with no choice but to go to a strike if they do not come to the table with a meaningful offer.
Where do you believe Transnet will have the room to move? Because at the moment, we all know that the problems that have beset Transnet have been vast. They've been operating at below capacity for some time. It's been a major issue for big industries like mining, as well as agriculture, and the list goes on. And they say they just don't have the money. Obviously, you've done your research. You and your members know that the industry and the business and the unit inside out. Where do you believe there is room for movement? Inflation set at 7.8%. Do you believe at some point through further bargaining that you might be able to meet them halfway, if such a thing actually exists?
Oh, well, as you would know, that currently we are in a 30-day period just to cool off. And unfortunately, if that 30 days expire better, we would then give them 48 hours to give them a notice that we would be going to a legal and a protected strike. However, we are hoping that we are going to meet each other halfway before we could even go to the before we could even reach the 30-day period to cool. Basically, we're just hoping that in the next week or so, we could meet again, because that's the plan. We have told them that we are still more than willing to sit down and to negotiate with them. And basically, we are not saying we are now still demanding the 13.5% increase. However, we are saying at this moment, we have moved, meet us halfway, then they can just give us something better, but definitely not 1.5%, because that's just an insult to us. However, we are willing to negotiate whenever they are coming back to us with something that is more reasonable than what they are currently offering us now.
Okay, we're going to leave it there. It looks like we have some connectivity problems there, but I hope we got the gist of where you stand right now. That's Satawu spokesperson Amanda Tshemese joining us live there from Ekurhuleni. We thank her for her time this evening.